Hello, hello, hello. So this little vlog is to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. The truth of life, if we look at it from the perspective of one of the greatest researchers, Albert Einstein, he said reality is a perception, albeit a very persistent one. Einstein, of course you know, came up with the most famous theory in science. It's called the theory of relativity. And when they asked him to explain the theory, which they say that only about 12 people really understood it. And I think the reason people didn't understand it is because even though it has a scientific mathematical equation of E equals mc squared, the theory of relativity is exactly what it sounds like, that everything is relative. In other words, science was always trying to define a non-relative world, a world as it's called deterministic. As I think Newton said, if you know one point in the universe, you could know any point. It's all math. But it turns out that the universe is not math. The universe is just an image that God has created. And that's what relativity means. We are experiencing that experience. And so the same experience feels different to each person. And the example that Einstein gave to explain it to a layperson is that if you're sitting on a hot stove, God forbid, 1 minute feels like an hour. And if you're having a great conversation, 1 hour feels like a minute. So life is not happening outside of you. Life is happening inside of you. And now, once you understand that life is happening inside of you, then you understand that you have complete control of your life. I'm going to put a link to my book, Kabbalah Love. And these techniques that have helped the Jewish people for thousands of years have given us the courage and the wisdom and the joy to go forward. Jewish people have gone through tremendous tragedy, but we always overcome. Unfortunately, there are nations, many nations, that have lived on their lands for thousands of years, and they really have not advanced much. The Jewish people, we got back through God, our country, about 75 years ago, and it's a superpower because we're always going forward. But in order to go forward, you have to be able to get past your upsetness. You have to be able to be positive, and there are tricks in the game. And if you read my book, and if you take my course, you'll succeed. And so I really encourage you, because once you understand this, it's very, very hard to understand. Life does not exist outside of you. All of your life is only your perception of experience. And therefore, my recommendation to you is to read this incredible wisdom I collected from all of Jewish mysticism, the most salient points. This is the simplest book you can get on the most amazing, simple, they're really very simple ideas, but they work. I call it spiritual technology. You know, some religions tell you, I'm not trying to put down religions, there's a very important place for good behavior, etc. Some religions tell you, do this, what am I going to get? You'll get heaven. Very nice. I'm telling you, do this, you'll make your life heaven on earth.